Okay, students, now we are in the new series that is new course for the new coming students and repeating for the old students also. Okay, so atomic structure first lecture is completed. We have done some new wonderful numerical into that, and we are into the next step. In this step, we are going to start with the one of the important topic. What is the topic? That is wave and wave characteristics. Okay, what is the topic? Wave characteristics. Wave characteristics. These are this is the topic which we are going to continue from which. Okay, so every wave is characterized by some parameters. We can say wave characteristic also as a wave parameters also. We can say it as a parameter, wave parameter. So when you explain something about the wave, you should give some values about it. Those values are only called as a wave characteristics or wave parameters. Okay. So what we are going to study that I am going to explain you. Okay. So what are the properties we are going to study in the wave characteristics that I am explaining? Okay. The very first characteristic is we are going to study is wavelength. Second characteristic which we are going to study is frequency. Second characteristic what we are going to study, frequency. And third characteristic after the wavelength we are studying about the frequency. Then coming to the amplitude. Amplitude, we are going to study what? Amplitude. Okay. Then after completion of that, we are going to study about the velocity. And after that, we are going to study about the wave number. Wave number. Okay. And we are going to finish up. We are going to finish up with the last but not least topic. What is that? Time period. Okay, so these are the some characteristics we need to explain. We need to mention about the wave, then only wave characteristics will be fulfilled. So before mentioning about their properties, you yourself should know what is those characteristics, how they are denoted, how they are defined, and how they are calculated. Okay, so let us start with one by one. These are the 6 topics we are going to study in the wave characteristic. Okay, so in every topic there are some common things. First of all, what it is denoted with. Second is what is the like wavelength denoted with lambda. Then coming to the definition part, wavelength is denoted with lambda. Okay, what is the definition? It is the distance between. What is it? It is the distance between consecutive two consecutive crest oblique trough. Okay, two consecutive crest or trough. Okay, so what is crest and what is trough? Let us take this. Okay, this is one way. How many waves are here? There are two waves because one wave is consisting of one crest and one trough. Okay. Now let us take this is the two waves. Now this is called as a crest. This is one crest. This is another crest. This is distance between two consecutive is more important. Okay. So the distance between two consecutive crest, the distance between two consecutive crests, otherwise distance between two consecutive trough. This is trough, this is trough, this is trough, this is also trough. Okay, this is crest and this is also crest. The distance between two consecutive crests or the distance between two consecutive trough is called as what it is called as wavelength. Okay, so this vertical lines represents crest. So if I start from the starting of the crest, so this distance is wavelength. If I start from this, then this distance is also wavelength. Okay, So wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crests or two consecutive trough. First wavelength definition denoting concept, is it understood? Now as it explains about the distance, so the units of distance are only applicable here also. Okay, what are applicable? Units of distance are only applicable here also. Okay, so the distance, but the length is not so much high to measure in kilometer, to measure in meter. So we will use the small units like millimeter. Okay, 10 to the power of minus 3. What is 10 to the power of minus 3 meter? Then after millimeter, then it will be micrometer. Okay, 10 to the power of minus 6 meter, and nanometer, 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Okay, picometer, 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. Like that, there will be multiples of 3 only. Okay, Fermi. One Fermi is 10 to the power of minus, one Fermi is what? 10 to the power of minus 15. Okay, so that also I will write Fermi is 10 to the power of minus 15 meter. These are all, see, multiples of 3 only. Okay. Now there is one unit which you must remember which does not into the category. That is angstrom. 10 to the power of minus 10 meter is called as 1 angstrom. Okay. These are the units. Actually, we can use kilometers, centimeter, meter also, but they are very large enough. So values we measure is very small, units are very large. So it will become awkward. That's why what we do, we will use the wavelength into the small units like this. Okay. So wavelength definition part, denoting part, along with the diagram, now it is understood. Okay. Now let us take the frequency. What is the next one? Frequency. Okay, frequency is denoted with nu. What is denoted with nu? So wave is not a stationary thing. It will keep on moves. It will keep on moves. Okay. So we will sit at one place. Suppose this, at this place we are sitting. Okay. We will count number of waves passing through this point. It will keep on move like this. It will keep on move like this. It will keep on move like this. Okay. So and we will see watch also in 1 second how many waves passed through it. From here to here it is one wave. Okay, how many waves passed through it in 1 second is called as a frequency. Okay, and it is need not to be that second only, it can be bigger unit also, minute also. Okay, but the first counting and first unit was given by the scientist Hertz, HCRTZ. Okay, that's why the units are also on his name only. Okay, so 1 Hertz means one wave passed through this point in 1 second. Okay, one wave per second. Okay, is equal to 1 Hertz. So this is can be written as 1 second inverse. Otherwise, 1 second inverse is also called as a 1 Hz. 1 Hz. Okay. So if one wave passes through a given point in 1 second, then it is called 1 Hz. Now the problem we are going to face is different which we faced in the wavelength. In wavelength we have faced that units are very large, but things are very small. Okay, length is very small. So there we use the negative power. But here problem is that plenty of waves will keep on pass through a point. So here things are large, units are small. That time we will use the positive power. Okay. So here 1 Hertz is equal to 1 second inverse. Okay. So now we will use another unit, 1 kilohertz. Okay. 1 kilohertz means 10 to the power of 3 waves. 1000 wave passes through a point in 1 second. You can imagine how much speed it is. Okay, so that also nowadays it is very slow. Okay, then they are implemented new unit 1 megahertz, 10 to the power of 6 hertz. Okay, then also they are not satisfied. Then they came with the gigahertz, 10 to the power of 9 hertz. Okay, Up to here we are using now gigahertz. You have listened this unit anywhere? Good. In the properties, in the specifications of a processor gigahertz. That means those many process can be done in 1 second. Okay. So now it is going to be terahertz also. Terahertz will be 10 to the power of 12 hertz. See, normally we will follow the multiples of the 3 only. Let it be positive power, let it be negative power. Frequency, is it understood? What is denoted with the nu, and what is the definition? Number of waves passing through a point in 1 second, and what are the units and their relation. Is it understood? Next, let us come back to the third wave characteristic. Okay. What is the third wave characteristics? Very good. The third wave characteristic which we are going to study is none other than amplitude. Okay, amplitude. So this is in different books they are giving two different definitions. Okay, first definition is height of crest or depth of trough. Okay, so how much this is height and how much depth it is. Both way you can take it. Understood? But this is old definition. Nowadays, the maximum displacement from the original path. Actually, it wanted to go in this direction or not. This is the mean direction. Okay. Instead of going like this much displacement is, this much deviation it made from the original path. Okay. So maximum displacement made by a wave from its original path is also called as a amplitude. Okay. Now amplitude is denoted with A. Now let it be distance, let it be height, let it be depth, units are going to be same. So units of wavelength can also be used over amplitude also. Okay. So amplitude units, wavelength units are same. Only thing there we use it for the distance traveled by a wave. Here for a wave how much height and how much depth is used. Okay. After the amplitude, now we will come to the next topic. What is the next topic? Very good. You remembered. Velocity. Okay. Velocity is mostly for electromagnetic waves, it is denoted with C. Otherwise, it is denoted with V. Okay. Now, for the frequency, we will sit at one place. But for velocity, we will go along with the wave. Okay. So, we will watch from here. We will go along with the wave. From here, it is started after 1 minute, after 1 hour, how much distance this wave traveled. Okay. Frequency and velocity, don't get confused. In frequency we will sit at one place for counting, and in velocity we will go along with the wave, how much distance a wave is traveled. Okay, their number of waves in a point. Here the distance traveled by a wave in 1 unit time. Okay, so normal units will be meter per second and kilometer per hour. Okay, but most preferable units are velocity units are meter per second only. There is no problem with the size and comparison. Comfortably we can calculate meter per second. Velocity of waves we can calculate in meter per second. Okay, so fourth part, up to fourth part now I think everybody understood. Okay, then fifth one, what is the fifth characteristic which we have to study? Next, time period. Okay, sorry, fifth I told you about the wave number. Okay, again here also there are two definition wave number. Okay, wave number is denoted with nu bar. Wave number denoted with what? Nu bar. Okay, nu bar is defined as, first thing is number of waves. Number of waves per unit distance. Okay, unit distance. Like in 1 meter, how many waves we can accommodate? In 1 centimeter, how many waves we can accommodate. In 1 micrometer, how many waves we can accommodate. Okay, that number of waves accommodated per unit. Number of waves accommodated per unit distance. Okay, so if you take it as a 1 meter, then units are going to be meter inverse. If we are taking 1 centimeter as a unit distance, units are going to be centimeter. Okay, so they are just nothing but reciprocal of the wave number only, because meter, centimeter, they are all what? Wavelength units only. Okay, so now what we will take? We will take the reciprocal of them. What we will take? We will take the reciprocal of the wave number, sorry, wavelength. Okay, so that means there we took it as a millimeter, so it is millimeter inverse. Okay, micrometer inverse. So the definition also we can modify. First definition, is it understood? So let us take, this is 1 centimeter. Okay, in this 1 centimeter, how many waves we can accommodate from here to here, from here to here? 2 waves. So wave number is how much? 2. So number of waves accommodated in 1 unit distance. Okay, so it 1 meter means unit will be 2 meter inverse. This distance is suppose 1 meter. 1 meter in 1 minute, 1 meter you can accommodate 2 waves. 2 in 1 meter. That is wave number. Okay, this is one definition along with its diagram. Okay, now simply if wave is large, then we can accommodate only few waves into that distance. So it is just reciprocal, opposite. Larger the wave, smaller will be the wave number. Okay, suppose this is a 1 meter distance. If it is big wave, then we can accommodate only one wave. Okay, if it is small wave, then we can accommodate two waves. Okay, so smaller the wave length, larger will be the wave number. That's why then other definition also given, wave number is equal to reciprocal of wavelength. Okay, both definition, is it understood? Next, time period. Okay, what is the next? Like wavelength reciprocal is wave number, time period also reciprocal of the frequency. Okay, reciprocal of the frequency is called as wave number. Okay, so all the 6 definition, is it understood? So 6th definition, and it is denoted with time period. It is denoted with tau. Okay, so what is the definition? Reciprocal of wave, sorry, frequency. So in the frequency unit are second inverse. Reciprocal of second inverse units will be second. Okay, so time taken by a wave per completing one revolution, or were completing one wave. Understood? That is called as a time period. Wave characteristic, all the wave 6 characteristics, is it understood? What are the characteristics we have studied? First one wavelength, second one frequency, third one velocity, fourth one amplitude, next one wave number, next one is the last one, that is time period. Okay, so after studying the wave characteristic, you should know the relation between them also. Okay, so C is equal to nu lambda. Okay, C, I told you, it is generally used for electromagnetic waves, and for this velocity also, light is also example of electromagnetic wave only. Okay, so for that speed is constant. Okay, so to keep this constant, 3 into 10 to the power of 8, to keep this constant, if we are increasing one, the other will decrease, because this is a constant. Okay, this is constant, so if we increase one, the other will decrease. Higher the frequency, lower will be the wavelength. Okay, unit side also you should be able to manage it. Okay, so units, see here, its unit are second inverse, into its unit are meter, let us take. Okay, so units will be meter per second. Okay, So whether the given formula is correct or not, this is also called as units and dimension. First formula, what we have learned, C is equal to nu lambda. What is C here? Speed of wave, nu is the frequency of wave, lambda is the wavelength of light. Okay. Then after this, what is the next one? C is equal to nu upon nu bar. Why? Because lambda can also be written as 1 upon nu bar. Okay. These are the two characteristics. And this how it is related? Lambda is equal to 1 upon nu bar. Okay. Only very easy three formulas. If you learn them, then it will be easy for you. Okay. So wave characteristic complete. Very basic topic. It is not much difficult topic. Okay. Okay, now coming to the next topic, that is Planck's theory. What is the next topic? Planck's theory. It is applicable to electromagnetic wave. Which wave? Electromagnetic wave. According to the Planck's theory, there are certain postulates. Okay. What are the postulates? First one, the electromagnetic wave or energy not transferred continuously. Energy cannot be transferred continuously. But how it is transferred? It is transferred discontinuously. It is transferred from one place to another place, not continuously. It is transferred discontinuously. So in discontinuously also, how they are sent. Okay, how they are sent, that is, they are sent from one place to another place in the form of the packets. In the form of what? Packets. Okay. Electromagnetic waves are sent from one place to another place in the form of packets of energy. Okay. So that packet of energy is just a bundle of the wave. Okay. So that packet of energy is called as a quanta. What it is called as? Quanta. Okay. Now, if there are different type of electromagnetic wave, okay, electromagnetic wave, there are different types of electromagnetic waves. Okay, in electromagnetic wave, if there are difference, there will be difference in only either wavelength, or there will be difference only in frequency, but their speed will be same. Okay, so based upon the wavelength and frequency, electromagnetic waves are different types. Okay, so if that quanta is of light, if that quanta is of light, then it is also called as, that light wavelength is also called as photon. Okay, I told you it is also called as. Okay, so this is a specialist name given to it. Okay, photon is a specialist name given to it. Understood? Photon can be called as a quanta, but every quanta cannot be called as a photon. Like X-rays are there, they are called as only quanta. But light rays are there, they are called photon as well as quanta. Okay, gamma rays are there, they are only called as a quanta. Okay, so packet of energy containing gamma waves is only called as quanta, not as a photon. Packet of electromagnetic wave containing light waves, then it is called photon also and quanta also. Okay, these are the some examples of electromagnetic wave. Okay, so electromagnetic radiation transferred from one place to another place discontinuously in the form of packet of energy. Packet of energy is called as quanta or photon. Okay. Next, third point is the energy available in each quanta. The energy available in each quanta is directly proportional to frequency of electromagnetic waves inside it. The energy directly proportional to frequency of electromagnetic wave. Okay, so and it is also inversely proportional to wavelength. It is also inverse proportional to wavelength. Okay, so better to take any one of them, because Already we know that nu and c are inversely proportional. If it is directly proportional to one thing, automatically it will be inversely proportional to the others. Okay, so E directly proportional to nu. Okay, so E is equal to some constant, that is H. Okay, here H is the scientist who gave this theory. Okay, what is that constant? Planck's constant. What is that constant called as? Planck's constant. Okay, and Planck's constant value is important. 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule into second. Okay, everything you should try it. 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Okay, this is the formula of Planck's energy available in one packet. Okay, what is new here? That packet is a full of electromagnetic wave. That electromagnetic wave frequency is here. Okay, suppose if we have wavelength, then how to find out the energy inside it? We will use the wave characteristic formula. Okay, what is the wave characteristic? Says that C is equal to nu lambda. So nu is equal to C upon lambda. C is equal to what? Nu lambda. Therefore, nu is equal to what we can say? C upon lambda. Now, when I substitute this here, the equation will be modified. H into C upon lambda. E is equal to Hc upon lambda. E is equal to Hc upon lambda. Okay, this is the third equation. Third equation, is it understood? So according to this, energy is fixed. Okay, and it depends on the frequency, directly proportional, and energy inversely proportional. Then fourth, total energy. Total energy is a whole number of energy available in each quanta. Okay, here suppose 10 quanta are there, 10 into quanta, 5 quanta are 5 into quanta, 1 mole quanta, 1 mole into quanta. Okay, n into Hc upon lambda, we can say, if wavelength is given, n into h nu, we can say h nu also. Okay, so this is the total energy when more than one quanta, more than one photon is given. Is it understood? Now, before understanding further, you should know what is a electromagnetic wave. Okay, because Planck's theory deals with electromagnetic wave. Further, we are going to study about the electromagnetic waves only. Okay, actually, it is a combination of two waves. Okay, this is one wave moving parallel to the board. This board. Okay, there will be another wave. It will be moving like this. Okay, perpendicular to this. So in this way it will move. It will come outside and it will go inside the board. Okay. So I cannot draw like that. That's why what I will do for imagination. So this is parallel to the ground. This is perpendicular. Okay. So this is inside and this is downward. Okay. And this is upward like this. Okay, perpendicular and vertically up. This will be parallel, this will be vertically up. Okay, so like that, this is one wave, this is another wave. Is it understood? So that type of, if one is electrical wave, another will be magnetical wave. Okay, and both will be traveling with each other. Both will be perpendicular to each other, also perpendicular to direction of propagation. Okay, so like this I will draw. Is it understood? So this is the direction into which it is going. Okay, let us take electrical waves will be in this direction. This is parallel to this. Okay, and perpendicular to this it will be magnetic wave. Okay, this is direction EMD, electrical wave, magnetical wave, and direction. All of them will always be perpendicular to each other. All of them will be always be perpendicular to each other. Is it understood? So like that, depending, all electromagnetic waves consist how many parts? Two parts, electrical wave and magnetical wave. But depending on the wavelength and frequency, there are different types of electromagnetic waves. Okay. Okay, these are the some electromagnetic waves. Okay, so cosmic ray, gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, microwave, and radio wave. These are the some examples of electromagnetic wave. Which properties constant were for them? Speed, velocity is always constant irrespective of type of electromagnetic wave. But what are the variable things? Their frequency and wavelength. Okay, they will keep on changes. So to make the easy, so increasing order of wavelength, they are arranged in the increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency. Okay, so that arrangement is only called as a EM spectrum. What it is called as? EM spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so electromagnetic spectrum is arrangement of different electromagnetic waves in increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency. Increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency. Okay, there are how many type of waves? As of now, there are 8 waves. So because of this, we can also arrange them in the energy also. Okay, so energy, it is increasing order or decreasing order? Good, decreasing order, because energy and frequency are directly proportional. Okay, so most powerful waves, electromagnetic waves, are cosmic wave. Least powerful, least energetic waves are radio waves. Okay, most longer waves are radio waves because wavelength increases. Okay, longest waves are radio waves, shortest waves are cosmic rays. Okay, so like this the questions will be there. Suppose these are all given. Okay, arrange them in increasing order of frequency, arrange them in decreasing order of wavelength, like that. So you should be able to arrange them. Is it understood? This is about the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so that's all for the day, and keep a thorough reading. Then we will start doing the questions based upon this topic the next session. Bye bye. See you. Do well. Stay with Witchem and keep learning. Post your all requirements in the comment section. Okay.